But that's so embarrassing they put your record on display like that. Why they doing it? My record ass. Why did they show the record?
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Going right to work up top. That, friends, is a busted play.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage forcing that incompletion.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I'm going to leave this guy heavy. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Caught near the sticks. It's Frazier. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times, if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
On third and short. Just trying to get...
Oh my goodness. Let me run through that bit.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even...
On the fake, they snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
I love the aggressive nature. They told us coming into this game they were just going to let everything go. And here we are in the first drive of the game. They line up in the punt formation, and they fake it. Not just that, they pick it up, and this drive is staying alive. I love it.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Looking down the middle.
Yeah.
That one falls incomplete. Trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Like, bro, this game's so trash.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of
That's
the
not a
game,
good
not
pass.
force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play.
Hey, they usually get red.
So the quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions. He just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Tigers have taken it inside the 20. The give on the option. Stopped at the
be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
It was a good day.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. To the air. It's Sellers. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. From the gun. Wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll take the deep shot.
Yeah, we got to keep it.
The sophomore making a big play and
I really don't like this.
We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbound.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Going with the ground game left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning on the Jets. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. First and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gonna run it. It's Cobb.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throws to the wideout.
Like,
And it was
bro.
going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
That's white.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game. Running more
How is
throwing in
it
the
not
second half,
complete?
throwing it
I don't get it.
specifically. I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught over the middle. It's Howard. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Wants to keep it in the air. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a...
Man, this game's so ass, bro.
The 10. He'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out.
That was the wildest thing that
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Got a man, it's Harbor. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires on the move. Finds space on the right. He's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Steps out of bounds. He's all the way down to the 13-yard line, and they are in scoring territory. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the snap, looking to throw.
You got it.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish your first half. And now you got a chance to tie this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. And off from the shotgun. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they'll knock him down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Can we not pick up the
Newby brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me. Big-time break for the offense.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Yeah, and half of the QB calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Right back to the well. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
Right right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
On 3rd down, going up top.
Another pick.
Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down.
Man, what do you expect?
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the RPO, complete. Turns it on in midfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Gives it on the option. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They want to run this quarterback.
Oh, shit.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Auburn. They move on top here in the 4th.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Now on the option.
That's a fumble.
Missed it. Incomplete. Ball will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Lost one deep down the right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Coleman. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Coleman. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you're set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
You have to block him, 23. Come on.
So now it's second and long.
You block him, that might change the game. Oh, no.
Too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. He cannot get there. A fourth down stop, and now, boys, we might just have a finish. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's going up top here late in the game. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He wants a big play here.
What the? Bruh. I was trying to turn around for the pick. They do some shit like that.
Massive score now. Massive decision making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy. Nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory.
Bruh, this shit here.
A chance, defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Using the quick game.
I gotta get off
Right
this.
at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down goal to go.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this will be for the win.
He
Oh,
missed.
he missed it. No good.
How you
After that
missed?
failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
How you miss? Game on the line. This.
So here comes our first play of overtime.
Lock in. You got it.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that's what we players call a 7 route. That receiver ran it beautifully.
They don't let you catch no picks, bro.
Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll run it on first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Looking for a touchdown to take the lead in overtime here on third and goal. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't work the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Not even a thought to take the field goal. They're going for it on fourth and goal. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all.
He's so.
South Carolina. They take the lead here in overtime.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, fourth and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice
can
job.
catch a
They
side.
had this play
I
ready.
do.
They
Hey.
go with the pass. Nice throw, nice catch, huge job and huge execution on fourth down.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Tigers! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And the point after is good.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
Now first down here in the second overtime. Rides the back on the option, the give. Oh, out of space. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Auburn doing business in the red zone. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that the rest of this game.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And that is no good. Field goal attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He got it. He thought he might turn that into a score to the defense, able to wrestle him down short. They'll stop him at the 3.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that ball.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football. Quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
of loud. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's going to go for a big one. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Starting to feel a little pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Moore. Still running at the 40. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be
wide open spaces. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on another SEC rival, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Razorbacks will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To throw, it's Simmons. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Big right now after that last drive to be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown, running and throwing.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Dropping back, it's Green. Gets it out fast.
Why?
Settled in to stop
Why
that
would you
before
do that?
short gain.
Why would you
This
not go
quarterback right
in?
now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Ooh.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down.
Right.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's reeled in. It's dribbling. That's the 20. He's got space. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback.
The fake, and he wants to
I didn't press clear. They do everything for me.
They must have seen something on film as they turned the fake into the two-point conversion.
Literally.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Like on that
Here he
TV
comes
shit,
from inside
I
his own
didn't do
5.
that. I did it
Not
for
a
me.
lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back to throw, it's Green. Gets it to him on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the quarterback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand.
Intercepted. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line, a mere 3 feet from a pick six.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Now the chance for perhaps the most rewarding 1-yard drive in the history of football. A first down run in the red zone. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being...
Into the end zone he goes.
Yeah. I'm not playing it. I lost.
Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Leaves it a little short of the first down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Bernard.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Working that wide receiver screen. It's a seam wide open. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Finds his man. It's Miller. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the ground, it's Singleton. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Oh, what a cut! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. To the air, it's Aller. That's caught. It's Singleton. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. He's going to run it. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. The snap sets up the throw. Got it set up on the outside. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Skips away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as an incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. No.
Well, they just put you in.
Lions. A great catch and run for 6.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's Simpson. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give is to Miller. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Not able to pick up that 1st down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this 1st down.
And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll try to blast their way in.
Oh my God. I literally threw it to
They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
Again.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. To the air, it's Simpson. Going for 6. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking for space, it's Singleton. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're testing the right side here. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit.
Oh,
Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick.
He's chopped.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, how about that? You come out of the locker room, you just had a little bit of a break, you rested, you told your club we're going to come out, and now we're going to be aggressive. We're going to kick an onside, even though we're winning and you failed. Now this defense better step up and respond.
Got a man. It's Singleton. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Scanning the field, it's out. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown.